Hello, Providence Forge Presbyterian Church. I am Crystal Varner Parker, and I'm humbled and I am honored to be called as your next pastor. I have loved getting to know the PNC, and by virtue of that, getting to know you. But I think you might be wanting to get to know me a little bit better.
I am a lifelong Richmonder. I always imagined growing up that I would pack my bags, hit the road, and leave Richmond. But that's not what happened. God had bigger and better plans, and for that I am so grateful. I am a graduate of Godwin High School. I did my undergraduate work at Virginia Commonwealth University. I got my Bachelor's of Arts in Religious Studies and a minor in French. We'll talk more about French in a few minutes. And I did my Master's of Divinity at Union Presbyterian Seminary. At the time, let me catch my breath, it was Union Theological Seminary and Presbyterian School of Christian Education. I loved my time, and I have some really great friends from my time there. You may have noticed a wedding picture a moment ago. I am married to Zach Parker. We met at Three Chop Presbyterian Church, where he grew up, where we were married, and both of our daughters were baptized.
I am a huge lover of books. I have a whole stack of bins to bring to the church of more books.
I am raising some little bookworms. We have books all over our house.
I am a huge lover of languages. This stack of dictionaries is for 4 of the 8 languages I've studied. I mentioned earlier that I studied French in college. This is one of my favorite books of all time. And I've also studied Japanese while I was in high school. My grandmother's from Japan. And in college, I studied Chinese and Hebrew on top of my French courses. And then when I got to seminary, of course, continued my studies in Hebrew. It is my one true love when it comes to languages. I'm a huge Old Testament nerd. I also studied Greek, because that's what you're supposed to do in seminary. And I also had the privilege of studying Arabic with one of my professors. Prior to being called to the Presbyterian Church, I went to a Korean Methodist church for many years. I'm not Korean, but that was my church home, and I learned Korean while attending there. And I've also studied Haitian Creole because I've been to Haiti. That is a country that has a special place in my heart now and for always.
I also like to blog. I started Hebrew Dawn many years ago, and it's my pet project. Nowadays, I mostly talk about motherhood and faith and my other first favorite, books. But out of Hebrew Dawn, I co-founded the 91 Rewind Best Friend, and there we talk about self-care, wellness, supporting our local community, and various things that speak to our heart. And I'm also a contributor with Richmond Mom Collective. Maybe one day, with this love of writing, I'll get to write a book of my own. I've shared some fun facts about me, but what about the experience I have? Most of my life, really all of my professional life, has revolved around education. I started out teaching preschool when I thought I was going to be a teacher, and then God called me to ministry. I did preschool ministry at my home church for a while, done youth ministry with 2 churches. Then I transitioned from parish ministry to the nonprofit world, and I worked at the Girl Scouts. And there may be some familiar faces here from my work at the Girl Scouts. 6.5 years have done financial education, and that role has overseen the education efforts of all ages.
For the last 2.5 years, I've been at Salisbury Presbyterian Church in Midlothian, Virginia, as their associate pastor for Christian education and discipleship. My family has loved being involved in the life and ministry of SPC, and we frankly cannot wait to get involved in the life and ministry of PFPC.
I am beyond grateful for the work that God has done in your life, in my life, and for bringing us together. And I cannot wait to meet each of you and to begin life and ministry with you and to get to know
each of you. See you soon.